Now jam, get a piece. When we jam, we prevent our man from getting to the top side. We want to step upfield and make contact with our man in his inside shoulder, forcing him back down the side. Alright? Now jamming, you gotta be careful. You don't want you guys sprinting up at him or trying to knock him over. All it is taking your inside hand, alright? If we're going down the left out and he splits, we're going down the righty out and he splits for his left hand, alright? As defensive, what I'm doing is nice and wide, nice cross check, alright? I'm taking my right hand and I'm punching him right in his top shoulder. Alright, what that does is now I'm stepping upfield, I'm punching, and now I'm forcing him back down the side. Getting a piece, same thing. It just slows your man up. If we don't get our hands on our man, it's going to be tough to stop. Alright, that's the approach to having the presence and closing the gap. Alright, if we don't get a piece after we do all those things, we have to get our hands on our man. If we approach and do all, keep your opponent between your hands and away from your body. The size of your opponent doesn't matter. You can keep them between your hands, with arms extended and pushing at the hip. You can move anybody. And a perfect example of this was last year, Steven Knappen. He's down, and your stick's on their outside shoulder, and they reach back to shoot the ball. You're right there for a trip check. Don't recover early. Stay on your man until you were slid to and released. If we release early from a man, you can lose track of the ball and make the defense. All it is, you're working on one guy's in the lane looking over his inside shoulder, the other guy sticks out, broken down, having a presence. No ball is needed, obviously. Just working on looking over that inside shoulder, getting your stick up in the lane, getting your stick out, broken down on the approach. Second, two-whistle approach plus a jam. These guys are going to come upfield, break down the ball, second whistle, these guys step to the inside. Try to beat their man topside. All these guys are doing is stepping up, jamming, forcing them back down the alley. One time, these guys do a better job of it. Jam, punch that inside shoulder, force down side. Punt return. This is a slide and recovery drill. So what happens is, these guys in the crease, we're going to slide to the edge of the paint, which is 12 yards up, and a hash. Alright, these guys are going to make contact, hold line, and then we're going to recover to the crease every time in this drill. Edge of the paint, line, make contact, push to the sideline. On contact, full line. Next, punt return with a cut through. So all it is, same drill as before, but now offense, defense on this side. We want to trail our man in, be top side of him. Now, this is working on the slide tunnel. So a little tunnel here from the slide man. If we get cut through and we're in front of the original slide guy, it's our responsibility now to be the hot guy. Trail him in, and that was slide. Trail him in. We're going to catch him, cut through guy with the crease guy. Now bump back one. 3 plus 1. Offensively, this is a good drill for you, but defensively, this is great. 3 on 3 up top, and then we have a hot guy inside slide. Working on switching up top, forcing him down the side. We're also working on our sliding, recovering, getting ready to go, get our butts to the sideline. Always seeing the ball. Alright, and lastly, 44 up top. So all this is now is working on the recovery rules. So we dodge here, right, and he throws forward. We're going to recover to the middle first, and then out this backside attackman, midfielder. If they dodge down, they throw back. We're going to recover to the crease and bump out one. Slide, then throw back, you recover to the crease. Slide, throw back, in and in. And slide, then throw forward. Now he stepped in and should be working his way out. All right. Any questions? Defense up top. Right, you're up.
Approach. Get there with the pass. Under control. Have your stick out in his gloves. Chop your feet up the last 10% of the distance. So if I've got to run to Coach Conant as a close guy, my steps are sprints. I'm getting out, but the last 10%, I want to take double steps. I need to dig my feet in, pat them down a little bit so that my body's in control. Know your matchup. When I'm getting out to the ball, I need to know, am I forcing him left, am I forcing him right, or am I playing him head up, just like basketball. Okay. First move after you approach the ball are baby steps backwards, giving ground, staying wide and athletic with our feet, and keeping our hands and stick out. After you baby step, drop step and jam technique. Most times the defender has to open up his hips and run. If we've taken the right approach with the stick out, we can get a jam on the dodger. All right? A jam is a 6-inch controlled cross check. Guys who are good at it, do it like this. Guys who are bad at it, they come from their breastplate, and they're extending their arm, and they're getting off balance, and they get run by. Okay? When we open up, we've got to get a jam on the dodger to knock him off his line and slow him down. What I mean by that is if I approach Coach Conant and he made me open up my hips and run, at that point, I can't allow him to get a straight line to the net. So I've got to knock him off his line. So I've got to be able to open up and jam with my hands to get him off his line a little bit and play catch up. Okay? Can't lose balance or step in on your jam. This has to be controlled contact. We tell our guys it should be a 6-inch motion. After you drop step and you jam, take a deep angle. You want to beat him to the spot with a deep angle. Just like tackling somebody, you're going where he's going and not where he's been. You've got to read how he's moving and take the right angle. All right, establish controlled contact by the 5-yard line. I used to think on ball below the goal line that you didn't make contact until the back of the cage, even with that little triangle on the back of the cage. And what I found recently is that attackmen are getting really good at waiting for you to make contact and trying to go back and forth over the cage and make you jump over the net. So if you make late contact there, all right, you're probably going to fall over the net if he's got some room to dodge back and forth. So we want our guys to get their hands on the dodger while under control by the 5-yard line on our field so that we can keep them out of that area of concern right below the goal line. All right, lock up between the hands and get and keep contact. Our guys who do it well in one-on-ones, their arms are out. They're keeping their stick on them, they're keeping them between the hands, and they're driving with their legs. Our guys who do it poorly make contact, then they retract and try and make contact again. And by doing that and getting off the dodger, you're making them comfortable. All right, so you want to keep your arms out, get them between your hands. Okay? Keep the helmet back and stay balanced. Guys who do it well, sit down, drive with their legs, their hands are out. Guys who do it poorly are leaning on the dodger, they get beat topside. Once you're locked up and you have your hold on, get your chest pointing to the near pylon or the cone. Below the goal line, cone in the back corner, cone in the back corner. If I'm guarding my man and I can get my chest facing that as he drives up, I'm doing a hell of a job. When the dodger steps away, we get into the gloves. All right? And this is new to me, something I thought of. I used to be a guy who believed that you just got your stick up the field right away. All right? But watching our guys do that, they just hook and hold, and they don't beat you to the spot. So what we tell our guys to do now is to cross-check with your hands at a 45-degree angle here, and as you veer off the line and he goes out to the sideline, you come over the top. And that's when you get your stick up the field, as opposed to just going right away, because guys end up hooking the dodger and getting beat topside. When they roll back, we trail them to X. We're not looking to beat them back to X. We're looking to trail and roll back to X. Shadow 1v1 off pass works on being one pass away, triangling your man in the ball, approach with your stick out, drop step jam, deep angle, contact, balance, getting your top foot up the field, and trailing a roll back. You can do this on one pipe, meaning that the dodger goes to one side, or you can do it where the dodger goes both ways. All right. It's important to me in watching this drill that this man can see the ball and see his man and form a shallow triangle between them. The second he would end up here, he's got no leverage to get to the first pass. And now he can just get run by. pass away, stick out, drop step, hands on them, upfield, trail and roll back. One pass away, ride, stick out. When you crack your hips and drop step, get your hands on him. When he rolls back, keep him between your hands and trail into exit.
Everybody's
The
coming
last
out
guy
left.
in this drill
Everybody's
is
coming
almost
out left.
perfect. Coach,
Yeah, when you,
this guy does an okay job.
Coach Basil, when they're approaching the ball,
Yeah.
they're
Returning starter, the other guys are freshmen who played high school across.
JP, are all your defenders left-handed? It seems like everyone.
It looks like that, but not quite. All right, agility of the skills. Coming in this year from another program.